Howdy folks, this is Checkers, and these are my top 5 things I'd like to see in The Elder Scrolls 6. Number 1. Reintroduce the ability to break the game with an automatic save and an enhanced warning. In the first 3 Elder Scrolls games, you could kill characters that were essential to the main plotline. When you tried, you would get a warning message that would pop up letting you know that you were about to break your game, and then you'd be allowed to go on your way. What I'm suggesting is that when you attack an essential character, the game inserts an automatic save, as if you had not attacked them. Also, it brings up something like an Elder Scroll that says, "The Fates have determined that you are about to break the faith with your future. If you should wish to continue, you must sign this contract with the Fates." And at that point, you would have to sign your character's name, either with your keyboard or your controller, or you would basically revert to that pre-attack save. So if you really are determined to kill an essential character, you can do that, knowing that full well you will break the main quest line. But if you still want to just play with the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood and other things, you could do that. Or maybe you just really want to kill that one character, Preston Garvey, and then restore and go back about your merry way. Now, I've also thought about how you could do this with side characters and side quests, and my solution for that would be to assign, say, side quest 01, not to a specific character, but to a flag. So let's say John Smith is in the Thieves Guild, and we want him to be the quest giver for side quest 01. Instead of it being permanently attached to John Smith, we have a drop-down dialog box that says John Smith is SideQuest 01's flag holder. And if John Smith is killed, we have an if-then statement that if John Smith is killed, then the next character picks up the flag, whether that is a character that is, say, randomly generated on the spot, or the characters are in a contingency plan that the developers have, say maybe a few backup characters. Let's say there are other members of the Thieves Guild in that city. Then one of those characters would pick up the SideQuest 01 flag, just as if a member of the Thieves Guild were killed and one of the subordinates stepped up to take their place. So we can still have that freedom of being able to move through the world and attack characters that we may personally want to attack, and still have the game continue on in a relatively sane and not too difficult for the devs to implement way. Now, number 2, I would like to see Bethesda implement player-named save games in The Elder Scrolls 6. I have 2,000 save games in Skyrim. 2,000. None of them have a name. So beyond, say, the last 30, so maybe 1,970 of them, no idea what they do. I keep them around because some of them are older characters that I may want to go back and play with one day. Some of them may just be useful for a video in the future, but I will have to load them. I will have to try my best by the character's name and their general level to guess what's going on, and that's really a pain. It should not be that hard to let us append a text file name to a save game. In a game as complex as one of Bethesda's Elder Scrolls, I cannot believe that attaching a text tag or just letting us append the file's name is that difficult. Please, Bethesda, 2,000 saves. I need to name them. Number 3. I would love to see a return to prime statistics like strength and intelligence and speed, because these are things that separate characters, that make them different to play. It's different to play a warrior that is incredibly strong than it is to play one who's really trying to just get by. But sometimes those characters that are just trying to get by are the most fun to play. And we could use those prime statistics to interact with things in the world. And now I grant that these things don't exist at the moment, but they need prime statistics to exist. So if we had, say, a very high strength character and it was a warrior that didn't really want to work on the lockpick skill, they could instead use their strength to break the door down or bend bars to go in through a window. Basically giving us more ways to interact with the world than just lockpicks. And, we could do the same thing with intelligence, letting us be able to better solve problems or to feel better. And this leads into my fourth thing that I would like to see, and that is, of course, more skills that tie into the game world. Because at the moment, we have things like lockpick and we have alchemy, and these are skills that are very useful and tie into things that are actually in the game world. But I feel like we have so many options for characters that it would be nice if, say, a strong character could break down a door or bend bars, or an intelligent character might have a skill like Lore Master. So my suggestion for Lore Master is something like, let's say you go into a Dwemer ruin, or you go into an old tomb and you find a chalice. If you do not have Lore Master, it's a cup. But if you have the Lore Master skill, even at a low level, you feel something in your hand like, this cup might be magic. Now, if you have more Lore Master skill like alchemy, you might find that this cup is not only magic, but it has certain other properties. And these properties might just be able to do some good for you. Because my fifth thing I'd like to see is a more enhanced version of settlement building than we see in Fallout 4. So let's say that we could build settlements, but settlements now with a purpose. Not just to farm, not just to house settlers, but to actually do things. Let's say that there is a region in the Elder Scrolls 6 that is in conflict. Let's say there's a war going on, and there are going to be refugees and there are going to be wounded. We could build a camp to house those refugees, to heal the wounded. And if we have that Lore Master skill and the right amount, we might find out that, this chalice enhances healing. So if we take this chalice to that camp, we now have a healing camp that has an enhanced healing ability, not just for the character, but say for anyone NPC who works there as a healer, because at the point that we build these settlements, we would be able to try and recruit or entice NPCs with, say, healing skills. This would not only make settlement building more interesting, but give characters who really want to have that no violence, no kill playthrough an ability to do something other than essentially kind of just try and skirt the system. Although I have some more ideas for that, and we'll put those in on the next top 5 video that I do for the Elder Scrolls 6. For now, though, I'm imagining these refugee camps. I'm imagining that we could put Thieves Guild hideouts in different cities, so we don't just have the only one place to interact with them. And going back to that side quest flag idea, that flag could transfer in place as well. So maybe we've created a new Thieves Guild, and maybe they could now take over that side quest. Or maybe we want to have a necromancer's camp, because let's say necromancy is illegal in this province, so we get some like-minded individuals who are more interested in the unliving side of magic, who want to gather and do research for spells or reagents or items in the world, more things that could come to the camp and enhance their ability to learn more. So for the moment, these are my top 5 ideas for things that I would like to see in the Elder Scrolls 6. I have more, and I will be more than happy to share them with you if you so desire. Just let me know in the comments. If you have any ideas, any things that you would like to see, let me know in the comments. And I would really appreciate that. I would also like to point out that if you look in the upper right-hand corner, you will see a small letter I with a white circle around it. These are cards and links to other videos that I've made. Also, I have a Twitter link in the description of the video and on my channel main page. If you're on mobile, it'll be on my channel About page. I would like to thank you for watching. I hope you found the video entertaining and maybe just a little informative. I would like to invite you to subscribe, like, and share if you so desire, and to ask you, above all, to please take care.